What's up guys, Rhino here and welcome to my latest old school RuneScape video. This video guys, I had a little bit of a debate with myself as to what it was actually going to be about, just purely because so far I've pretty much been through every non-member skill and sort of, giving you guys the basics, if you didn't already know it, about how to level those up and what they kind of involve. And obviously I, just did a quest in the last video, done a few of the sort of shorter ones, so I didn't really want to go in with another quest, so I've decided that it's probably come to that time now where I'm going to have to look at taking some of these skills a little bit further, just letting you guys know, if you are still around about the same kind of level as me, how to take these skills to the next level and what you need to be doing. So just, you might be able to guess just from like the scenery around, obviously all the trees, I am going to be kicking it off with woodcutting on this particular occasion. I feel like that's probably a nice easy way to start. It'd probably be quite a quick, short and brief video. I shouldn't have thought it'll involve too much explaining. It's it's pretty self-explanatory. This skill doesn't involve a lot of hard work. But yeah, at the moment, obviously I'm level 21 woodcutting, so we're in this situation where the best thing that we can cut down really is oak trees. I'm not at that point where I can do willow, unfortunately, because I'm not high enough. In terms of an axe that I can wield, Mithril axe is going to be literally my level, so hence why I've got one of those equipped, and I've obviously got the attack level to equip it. You need 20 attack to wield any Mithril weapons, because I know to use an axe for woodcutting, but they still class as a weapon, so you do need at least 20 attack if you want to wield that. If not, you can just have it as a slot in your inventory. But yeah, so obviously oak trees. Now, majority of these around here are just going to be normal trees. Like you can see, I'll just sort of right click on them as well. Just there, see all trees. Now they're okay. I mean, they get you like 25 experience per per log that you cut, I suppose. It's you could probably still go about it getting your level up this way for now, but I wouldn't have thought it's going to be probably the most efficient. So one of these bigger trees just here, the oak tree, that's what you want to cut down. So if we just examine it, I think it's a beautiful old oak. Okay, yeah, so nothing really too interesting there, but you just got to cut these down. Now the good thing about these, I'm pretty sure, is that they don't just fall after you get one log, I believe. I think they work like majority of other higher level trees, where you can, yeah, so you can keep cutting this tree for X amount of time. Now I would say the time varies. So sometimes you will literally hit the tree and it will fall down in one. You get like one set of logs and it will just go. Other times you can get like half an inventory, maybe even more. So it is just pot of luck as to how long the particular tree decides to last for you. But I mean, I'll just try and work this out. So we're on 287 at the moment. Once he gets one more, so 249. So we're looking about 38 experience per log there, which isn't too bad. I mean, oh, and look, you see they come back really quickly, actually, to be fair, a lot quicker than I actually imagined. I did have this other oak tree just here as a backup, just in case. But yeah, like pretty solid amount of experience, 13 more than normal logs per log that you chop down, and relatively quick to do. Obviously the higher level that you get to, the quicker you're going to be able to get them. So being like level 21, it's only 6 levels higher than what it is to actually chop them down. So in theory you should probably do them like still reasonably slowly, but I would have thought as you go up the levels, like each level is going to make a significant difference to how quickly you do it, just because it's not like the boundary between oak logs at like level 15 and willow logs at level 30 is, 15 levels is not a lot at this stage. So I think each individual level will probably increase the speed of your chopping like by a fair amount. So we're already woodcutting level 22, which is ideal. Hopefully we'll start chopping these a little bit quicker. This particular tree has actually lasted a fair while as well, which is not too bad. But yeah, like it's just a fairly quick way to get it up. Now, in terms of where you can actually find these trees, it's one of those things again where there's not really like a set location. I mean, if you look at the world map, I think it probably stop chopping whilst I'm looking at this, possibly. It seems like he's carrying on, actually. I can hear the sound. But obviously, like I've said in the past, all over the map, you can see all the trees. So like the map's very detailed in that like they don't just put trees on for the sake of it. Where they have a tree on it, there is a tree. So, and I would have thought you can just sort of make out, you've got these ones that are just kind of like, you know, that you can see the stump in brown, and then they've got kind of like a triangular shape. I believe that's a normal tree. These ones which are more kind of like bushy kind of blobs, I think that's the oak trees. I mean, that would make sense to me. There are a lot of oak trees around, so, you know, you can see a lot of these, and that doesn't seem kind of crazy to think that they would all be oak trees, in my opinion. But at the same time, it's difficult to say, because there's a lot that is probably about, you know, there's probably just as many as normal trees there. So, but by all means, you know, you're not going to struggle to find one. If you literally just head to an area that's got a lot of trees around, like I've done now, yeah, you're really not going to struggle to find any. There's two literally right next to each other. There's another one there as I'm just walking away. Don't think that's one, no. I think there's a few more actually. I mean, we're not really in tree area now, but I think there is actually one just up here, which I remember. Yeah, there's one there as well. So, like, for me personally, I'm going to bank these logs, so I'm just going to be running to Draenor. There's, you know, there might even be quicker routes. So, you know, for example, I could literally just stand at that tree that was right next to the bank. Or there may be other locations where there's a bank and there's more than one oak tree there that you can get some logs from. I don't really know, because like I said, it's just, they're literally just everywhere. The trees are everywhere. I've only picked this particular location because obviously I just come off the back of the Catcher quest, so I was by the Wizard's Tower, so I was literally here anyway. So I just went in for pretty much the first oak tree that I found. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's literally the first one I found, and I thought, you know, why not? There's no harm in just chopping this one down. So yeah, like, level 23, ideal. So pretty quick success rate with this, in all honesty. Like, by the time I run around to this tree, that tree's already popped up, so that just proves how quickly they do respawn. But that's pretty much it really, guys. I mean, I can't really sort of take it into much further detail with those. I suppose because of the location amount, I could actually quickly show you what you'd want to do after you get to level 30, let's say. We'll just quickly touch on these actually, but obviously I'm banking them. You can light them as well, obviously for your fire making level. If you bring a tinderbox with you and you don't want to make a run to the bank, you could just stand there in that area and just light all the logs, and literally just stay out in the woods for ages. You know, I think you need level 15. Yeah, so I can do that. I could do it if I wanted to. Personally, I prefer to just chop all the logs down, like get a load in my bank, and then just do all the fire making in one go. I don't know if it's the most efficient route to do it, and the way to do it, but it's just the way that I've always done it, and I've sort of seen no reason to change from how I've done it in that way. So that's my own personal way of doing it, but you could just light them as you're chopping them. But this is the location as well, so right next to the bank. Again, you know, very, very ideal location. It's such a short distance, in the sense if you did want to go and bank these logs. So here you've got all the willow trees. So yeah, willow. They're all willow, all of these. Like we saw before, you need 30 woodcutting to do these. Now, obviously that's a little bit away for me, but it shouldn't take too long to get there. These at level 30 may take a little while to chop down, but these are the sort of logs that once you get to about level 40, you'll be flying through. You'll be absolutely motoring through the inventories, just depositing them in your bank, just literally running back over and over again. And then you can sort of light them all at the end and get yourself up. But this is one of the most popular places in the non-members world, just purely because if you take a closer look at the skill, if you were to look a little bit far advanced, you know, the next one that you can do is maple trees at level 45, and then you have yew trees at level 60. Now, yew trees is what most people go for because I believe they're the most valuable. Like, the logs are the most valuable. They always were back in the day. I presume they are now. The issue with the maple trees at level 45 is I don't believe there's actually any maple trees in a non-members area. Like, they're not actually accessible. Even though you can chop them, I don't think any actually exist, which is a bit of an issue. So that's hence why just so many people just linger around here doing the willow trees until they can get themselves up to that level to, you know, to do the yew trees. Or some people find even once they get to level 60 doing yew trees, they can continue with the willow logs because they think it's a quicker way to gain experience. They don't really care about the, you know, like the coin value as such from the logs. So yeah, it's entirely up to you really, guys. I mean, obviously that's just going like a bit further in depth into the future really, but short term wise, you know, oak logs are going to be fine. You could probably do them even past like level 30 if you really wanted to, if you wanted to do like fire making aspect. And finally, just to finish, this guy here, the Dark Wizard, level 7. Basically, you can see he's attacking this guy. The level 3 he'll be attacking, not the level 23. Obviously, we know how all the combat levels work in terms of, you know, if you're not more than double their level, then they'll automatically attack you. Is this guy going to die? It looks like he might, possibly. I think he might be getting attacked by somebody underneath me. Basically, I think that thing's there to stop people from botting. I won't go into that in any detail today, but yeah, it's basically people that cheat and they get like a robot to basically do the game for them instead of inside their computer. So that is there to stop that. There's a lot of people that have like accounts that are literally just purely woodcut based, so they'll be combat level 3 and all they do is chop down trees. If you are one of these guys and you know, and you're not botting, you're just a legit player and you just literally want to focus on woodcutting and you're level 3, then obviously that's something to be aware of, that wizard will try and attack you every now and then. A lot of the time it's fine because people just chip in and help out, they like to just kill it. But at times people don't, so that's something to be wary about. Just, you know, if you are woodcutting, I know at times like, I'm guilty of it myself if I'm just chopping down a tree, because it literally just involves clicking on the tree and then you just wait. You get caught not looking at your screen. Now obviously if you're level 3, that's kind of dangerous because you could die. Not that there might not be you know, you probably not got a lot to lose on you. I mean, why would you? You're literally just chopping down some trees. And there's a bank there, so all your valuable stuff should be in the bank. But you know, if you don't want to die, then that's something to think about. But I'll leave it there, guys. Can't really go much more into that. I need to carry on and chop down some of my oak trees. Obviously, hopefully that was fairly sort of insightful and useful, that video. Fairly enjoyable as well. You know, it's only woodcutting, but it's just is what it is really. It's as basic as it comes. I said it would be quite brief. But yeah, like if you enjoyed it, then feel free to drop a like on the video, comment if there's anything that I've missed or any other locations. Willow trees I should say, sorry, pretty much just found near any kind of like body of water. So obviously you got this bit here, so there's probably other bodies of water around that you could find willow trees. So if you want to help anybody out who's sort of watching the video, you might look in the comments and drop a comment in there just to let them know about that. Yeah, if you want to see any more of my videos, obviously you can subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on to make sure you get the notifications when the videos drop. You can also follow me on Twitter as well at Rhino Gaming 2. Link for that be in the description as well. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you in the next one.